In recent years, immigration policies across the world have grown stricter, and Africa is no exception. While the Philippines has a large overseas workforce that contributes to global industries, some African nations are re-evaluating the presence of Filipino migrants. Whether it's due to local employment concerns, diplomatic tensions, or shifting immigration laws, Filipinos in certain African countries are facing deportation or being discouraged from staying. In this video, we explore 10 African countries that are increasingly unwelcoming to Filipinos and why this shift is happening. Number 10. Algeria. Algeria has also joined the list of African countries tightening their immigration policies. Although Filipino workers have contributed significantly to various industries, the Algerian government has recently initiated policies to reduce foreign labor presence. Filipinos working in the medical, service, and education sectors have reported unexpected terminations and challenges with visa renewals. Some were detained during immigration sweeps and later deported. The country's rising unemployment rate has fueled the belief that foreign workers are contributing to job scarcity, putting additional pressure on the government to act. Number 9. Libya. Libya's volatile political situation makes it one of the most challenging places for any foreign worker, and Filipinos are no exception. With ongoing conflict and the lack of a stable government, immigration laws are often enforced inconsistently. However, recent crackdowns on undocumented migrants and foreign workers have made it clear that the country is becoming increasingly hostile to outsiders. Filipinos who remained in Libya for work opportunities are now facing mass arrests and detentions. Many are being deported without due process, as the government tries to reassert control amid internal chaos. Number 8. Angola. Angola's fluctuating economy and oil-dependent infrastructure have long attracted foreign professionals, including many from the Philippines. But economic pressures and rising nationalist sentiments have led to a significant policy change. The Angolan government is now prioritizing employment for locals, and foreign workers are being asked to step aside. Filipinos, who often work in technical and skilled labor sectors, are increasingly losing their jobs and being asked to return home. Deportations have become more common, particularly for those in the private construction and engineering industries. Number 7. Ethiopia. Ethiopia is another country where the welcome mat for Filipinos has been pulled back. Political tensions and nationalistic movements have led to a renewed focus on internal development and self-reliance. This has translated into fewer opportunities for foreign workers and tighter immigration controls. Filipinos working in humanitarian missions and NGOs have found themselves in a difficult position, especially as the government pushes for more locally led development efforts. Some Filipino workers have been told to leave abruptly, while others face bureaucratic barriers that make it impossible to renew their stay. Number 6. Ghana. Ghana is known for its political stability and economic growth, which has historically attracted overseas workers, including Filipinos. But recent changes in immigration enforcement have altered that landscape. Authorities are now enforcing a stricter compliance system for foreign workers, and any failure to meet the updated requirements results in immediate expulsion. Filipinos working in private schools and hospitals are among the most affected. Additionally, social media campaigns in Ghana have stirred public resentment against foreigners, taking local jobs, indirectly pressuring the government to act more aggressively. Number 5. Tanzania. Tanzania's recent reforms in labor and immigration laws have made it more difficult for foreigners, including Filipinos, to stay in the country. The government has prioritized Tanzanian nationals in the job market, and work permits for foreigners are now being scrutinized like never before. Filipinos, many of whom work in technical fields or education, are finding it nearly impossible to get their documents renewed. Local authorities have even conducted workplace inspections specifically targeting foreign employees, prompting several Filipinos to voluntarily return home to avoid legal trouble or deportation. Number 4. Uganda. Uganda once had a reputation for being relatively welcoming to skilled foreign workers, including Filipinos. However, with the economy under pressure and a surge of graduates entering the job market, the government has started cracking down on foreign workers. Immigration authorities have stepped up audits of foreign-run businesses and employment contracts. Filipinos working in the hospitality and construction sectors are often targeted for deportation, particularly those working under informal arrangements. This trend shows a clear shift in Uganda's stance on foreign labor, which has affected many overseas Filipinos who previously saw the country as a haven. Number 3. Kenya. In Kenya, changing political tides have impacted foreign nationals, especially those working in sectors considered critical to national development. Filipino professionals in teaching and nursing have experienced growing difficulties in getting their visas renewed. The government has also introduced more stringent background checks and licensing requirements that disproportionately affect foreign nationals. Filipinos living in rural regions have reported being asked to leave due to newly introduced residency restrictions. This shift reflects a growing desire to localize the workforce and reduce foreign dependence. Number 2. Nigeria. Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, has recently tightened its grip on foreign workers due to concerns over job scarcity and national security. Filipinos who were once welcomed for their skills are now being caught in the net of new policies aimed at reducing the foreign labor force. Reports indicate that immigration officials are closely monitoring work permits, and any discrepancy, however minor, can lead to immediate deportation. Additionally, local labor unions have UR. Number 1. South Africa. South Africa has long been a destination for Filipino workers, particularly in the sectors of healthcare, education, and hospitality. However, rising unemployment and xenophobia among locals have sparked a wave of anti-immigrant sentiment. The government, responding to public pressure, has intensified immigration raids and begun enforcing stricter visa renewals and work permit requirements. Many Filipinos without updated documentation are being forced to leave, while even those with legal papers are facing hostility in some communities. This situation has made life increasingly difficult for Filipinos trying to build a future in South Africa. As African countries evolve politically and economically, their approach to immigration is also changing. Filipinos, who have long served as dedicated and skilled workers across the continent, are now facing an uncertain future. From tighter visa laws to rising nationalism, the reasons behind this wave of expulsions are complex but clear. While some governments are prioritizing local employment, others are responding to public sentiment or security concerns. Whatever the reason, it is evident that Filipinos in these 10 African nations are increasingly being pushed out, signaling a difficult period ahead for overseas workers in the region.